Good morning, all. Am I audible, online people?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. In the last class, just introduction class, we have successfully completed what is cloud computing, correct? And then what are the cloud service models and what are the cloud deployment models, right? And finally, what is meant by AWS? This is the what last class, the first class introduction class. So tell me, everyone, what are the cloud service models? Speak loudly. IaaS. Very good. PaaS.
Yes.
SaaS. Very good. Then what are the cloud deployment models?
Public,
Public,
private, hybrid.
private, and hybrid cloud. Okay. So this is the what last class. What is cloud computing? What are the cloud service models? What are the cloud deployment models and everything? So before going to AWS services, today we are going to discuss one more prerequisites for the AWS. What is meant by hypervisors? What is that? Hypervisors. Hypervisors. And then the second important thing, okay, the first one is hypervisors, and second one is what is meant by virtualization. What is the process? Virtualization. So today we are talking about these two. Then tomorrow we will start our full-fledged AWS service. Okay. So because in the future you will be going to learn what is AMI in AWS, especially in the DevOps environment, Docker and Kubernetes. So these two concepts completely depending on the what this virtualization and hypervisor concepts. That's why today I will give you knowledge on the what hypervisors and the virtualization. Then easily to understand what about Docker, why Docker is important for us. Okay, fine. Rider heading virtualization. Heading is virtualization. Heading is virtualization. Listen first. Listen everyone. What is meant by virtualization? Generally, virtualization is a software technology that makes computing environment independent of physical infrastructure. So just assume in the traditional infrastructure, in the IT industry earlier, applications are running on the what one OS. So those OS, those operating systems are sitting on one physical computer only. Guys, is it possible to run multiple operating systems on a single hardware? Is it possible to run multiple operating systems on a single hardware? No. What I'm saying here, just assume I have a one physical computer. I have a one physical computer. My physical computer RAM size, CPU size, and even hard disk size is more. Just assume my laptop is a physical computer. Enough. Okay, na? My laptop is a one physical server in the real time. But customer need, they want to run Windows operating system, they want to run Linux operating system, they want to run Sun Solaris operating system. But you want to run 3 operating systems, definitely 3 computers are required or not? 3 computers are required or not? Because on Windows operating system, they want to manage the word .NET application. On the Linux operating system, they want to use the word Java application. On the Solaris operating system, they want to manage the word database. So each and everything running on different operating systems. But customer side, what is the drawback? They want to invest a lot of money for the infrastructure. Correct or not? For Windows, one hardware is required. I mean, one server is required. For Linux, another server is required. For Solaris, I mean Unix operating system, another server is required. So how many servers are needed? 3 servers. So each server cost, just assume 10 lakhs rupees. So 3 servers, how much cost? 30 lakhs rupees. But virtualization, what says? I mean, virtualization concept meaning is one hardware, multiple operating systems. What is the importance? One hardware, multiple operating systems. I mean, companies nowadays running multiple applications along with operating system on a single hardware. Even if you go for your AWS environment, you will create multiple servers. Me also create multiple servers worldwide. Multiple people are creating multiple servers. But is it possible AWS does provide multiple hardware for the each customer? Is it possible? So I mean, your servers, my servers, and every customer servers backend running on the what? Only one hardware. How it is possible means this kind of virtualization. So virtualization what says? So you can run multiple guest operating systems along with the applications on a single hardware. On a single hardware. That is the advantage of virtualization. Okay, your AWS, Azure, GCP, everything running the what? Same structure. So every DevOps and AWS engineer to understand what is the backend architecture. The backend architecture means providers maintain virtualization technology. So these kind of technologies managed by in the real time VMware administrators. Who are the persons? VMware administrators are there. So they will manage the what this virtualization, hypervisors, clusters, and lot of thing in the backend. But as a DevOps engineer or AWS engineer to understand what is virtualization, just idea about virtualization enough. Okay, if I create one server, that server is running on the what backend one hardware. So not only my server, all customer servers are running in the what backend one hardware only. How it is possible multiple servers running on the single hardware means okay, virtualization technology is there enough. Same way, Docker also maintain multiple applications on the same hardware. Kubernetes. So these two are the what virtualization related technologies, right? So now write down here what is the virtualization. And offline people, please write the what running notes. So every virtualization offers, guys, remember, virtualization offers virtual storage, virtual network, virtual servers, virtual database. Nowadays, everyone managing the IT industry with virtualization only. I mean, backend is the what virtual servers are there, virtual storage is there, virtual network is there, virtual databases are. How it is possible? Everything running on the virtualization. So hypervisors with the virtualization technologies are there. In earlier, everything is physical. Correct or not? Servers running on the physical server. I mean, database running on the what physical server. Networking, router, gateway, switches, all are the what physical. But nowadays, everything available in the form of virtualization. But ultimately, what is the advantage of the virtualization? Simple point, guys. By using virtualization, people to reduce the what? Expensive. To reduce the what? Investments. So instead of physical investment, you will go for the what? Virtual. Are you noted? Faster, faster Raspal. I mean, running notes, you can write the what important points only. Even I will share the what PDFs and everything. Okay. Now, the next important point, what is mean by hypervisors? What is the concept name? Hypervisors. So guys, hypervisor is a what? Just like a hardware technique. Virtualization is a software technique. Hypervisors are the what? Hardware technique. I mean, sir, I have a laptop. Can I run multiple operating system on the single hardware means? Maybe in your laptops, hypervisors techniques are supported, then only you can install. I mean, every laptop doesn't support for managing multiple operating systems. So in the BIOS level, in the processor hardware level, hypervisors techniques are required. If you enable these hypervisors, then only your hardware supports to what? Multiple guest operating system on a single hardware. Okay, but virtualization responsibility its process of creating virtual representation. I mean, it will support for virtual servers, virtual storages, virtual databases, and virtual networks and everything. But you want to make it virtual, first your hardware support the what? Hypervisors. Got my point? So, what is the hypervisors? A hypervisor is a hardware virtualization technique. Hardware virtualization technique. So that allows multiple guest operating systems to run a single host system at the same time. I mean, on the single system, you can run the what? Multiple operating systems. Are you clear? Then guest operating system means don't confuse. So people are calling guest operating system. It is nothing but what? One OS, one operating system. Okay. So one guest operating system shares hardware of the host computer, have its own processor, own memory, and own hardware resources. For example, my laptop running with i5 processor, 1 TB hard disk, and 16 GB RAM, just assume. If I create multiple virtual servers on the laptop, so virtual servers can occupy the what resource of my physical server resources. I mean, the server will occupy the what 2 GB RAM, 2 core CPUs, maybe 10 GB hard disk from the what my physical resources. So every server occupied the what resources from the physical machine only. Every virtual server occupied the what resources from the physical system only. Yes, a hypervisor is also known as the what VMM. I mean, hypervisor short name is the what virtual machine manager. Right. మీకు ఇంటర్వ్యూలో అడుగుతాడు ఇన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఫేసింగ్ ష్యూర్ క్వశ్చన్ వాట్ డిడ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ అబౌట్ వర్చువలేషన్ ఆర్ హైపర్వైజర్స్ నెక్స్ట్ సో వాట్ ఆర్ ద డిఫరెంట్ hypervisor types? Okay, generally we have two types of hypervisors. The first one is type 1 hypervisors, second one is type 2 hypervisors. Remember, this is very important point everyone to understand. So what are the mean by type 1, what is meant by type 2? Okay, see, in hypervisors generally two types only in the real time. Type 1 hypervisors type 2 hypervisors. What is mean by type 1? I mean type 1 hypervisors directly running on physical computers. I mean, on the physical computers, no need to install any operating systems. Okay, so directly you can install the what? The software of type 1. Then that software supports multiple guest operating systems. Once type 1 software is installed, then it will create the what? Multiple virtual machines. This is the what? Type 1. These type 1 softwares in the real time, especially running in production environment. So production running the what? Only type 1 hypervisors. Got my point? But what are the type 1 softwares? VMware, ESXi servers, Citrix Gen servers, Linux KVM, Microsoft Hyper-V. So these are all are the what? Type 1 hypervisors. But what is mean by type 2? So type 2 hypervisors not running directly hardware. I mean, for example, my laptop without OS, directly you can install the what? Type 1. But type 2 recommends one OS. I mean, my Windows operating system already running in the what? Laptop. But within the Windows, people are installing the what? VMware workstations, Oracle VirtualBox, correct or not? For creating multiple VMs. So Oracle VirtualBox, VMware workstation, these are all are the what? Type 2 hypervisors. I mean, type 2 hypervisors needs one base operating system. On the operating system, you can install the what? Your application, then create the what? Multiple VMs. But type 1, no need any base operating systems. Directly you can install the what? Type 1 hypervisor. So that's why here see, in the diagram, hardware is there. You can install the what? Type 1 hypervisors and create the what? Virtual machines. But type 2 is the what? See, between hypervisor and hardware, one layer is extra. What is the layer? Operating system. That's why see, this is my Windows operating system, right? Windows operating system, I have installed VMware workstation, correct or not? So I mean this application running where? My Windows operating system. Without Windows, is it possible to run the what? This VMware workstation? There is no OS. How it is possible? So applications are not running. So these are what? Type 2. Type 2 are running on base OS only. But type 1 running directly hardware only. No need any OS. I mean type 1 acts as a what? OS. Got my point? So within the workstation, you can install the what? Multiple VMs, multiple operating systems and all. So these are the what? Type 2 hypervisors. So here practically no need for you. Just you need to understand how many types of hypervisors. Two types. One are type 1. Second one is the what? Type 2. So type 1 hypervisors directly running on physical hardware. But type 2 hypervisors running on any base operating system. Are you noted? Right up. Guys who are still pending for making WhatsApp group, please send the what? Your name and email ID and phone number. Online people. So we have successfully created one WhatsApp group for the students. So please forward your details. In the chat box, please drop the one details. Otherwise, in the chat box, my number is there and please reach me. 9848-363431. Online people. Please send your details on WhatsApp. Just we are running introduction classes only, but your real AWS classes are not started. Tomorrow we'll start the what? Your AWS classes. Once introduction and prerequisite concepts are completed, then I will start the what? AWS. So tomorrow I will start the what? First service of AWS. Next, completed. Next one is what is mean by virtual machine. Remember everyone, a VM is a virtual environment that functions as a virtual computer, its own CPU, memory, network, and storage created on physical. Remember this point. What is mean by a VM? VM is a what? One virtual computer. Every virtual computer running its own memory, own CPU, and own storage, and own shared resources. But here the virtualization terminology is VM. But in our AWS environment, a VM is known as instance. What is the name? What is the terminology in the AWS? Instance. So what is meant by instance? Instance is nothing but one virtual server. But AWS terminology, we are calling with name instance. But virtualization terminology, it is called what? VM, virtual machine. Got my point? But in our AWS environment, every time we are talking about instance. Instance meaning is the what? Virtual server. Clear? Next. Most enterprises uses combination of physical and virtual infrastructure to balance the corresponding advantages and disadvantages. I mean, don't think in the real time, every server is a virtual only. So you will manage the what? Virtual servers, you will manage the what? Physical servers also. So corresponding to balancing of the corresponding advantages and disadvantages. So people can manage the what? Physical and also virtual. Are you noted? But generally, what is meant by virtual machine? Simple point. A computer within a computer. A computer within a computer is nothing but what? Virtual machine. Right? Right. Next. The next important point. What about key properties of a virtual machine? Guys, these are the what? Key properties. Key properties meaning is, sir, we have a physical computer and also virtual computers. Why companies to migrate physical to virtual? Sir, is there any benefits in virtual environment? I mean, especially in a virtual server. So we need to understand four important points. What are those? Partitioning, isolation, encapsulation, hardware independence. So what is meant by partitioning? I mean, for example, in the classroom, multiple people are there. So my laptop running with high configuration, your laptop running with what? Low configuration. I mean, your laptop needs more RAM, more CPU, more storage. But my laptop running with what? High configuration, even lot of free space is there here. But is it possible to divide physically my hard disk space into your system? Is it possible to divide my RAM space into your system? So physically it is not possible, correct? But virtually it is possible. Virtually it is possible. I mean, one virtual server running with 2 GB, another server running with 6 GB. So from the 6 GB to you can add the what extra 1 GB into low memory of the server. I mean, this 2 GB server, you can expand to what? 2 GB, 3 GB, 4 GB. You can collect the what extra space from the other server. I mean, the resources you can divide virtually. That is the meaning of what? Partitioning. You can partition it anything. Next one is isolation. What is the meaning of isolation? So every server running with isolation format. Isolation format meaning is, sir, you said like one computer running multiple virtual computers. So what happens if one computer is failed? What about other computers? Correct or not? So people are thinking about, sir, one server is failed. What about other servers? It should not affect it to any other servers. So that is the meaning of isolation. Every server running with what isolation format? Are you noted? Next, encapsulation. This is also one good feature. For example, in my computer, I have installed Oracle database. Generally, same database you also need. I mean, your side also need the what same database. So is it possible to share the what my database into your database? I mean, your computer? No. But in the virtualization, it is possible. I mean, the servers are running the backend stores with what? One text file only. I mean, servers created in the form of in the hard disk with one text file. So simply, if you want, just copy the text file from my computer to your computer. Then if you run the text file, your system also running with what? Same virtual server with same application. I mean, moving, shipping, and everything easy or not? So this is the concept of Docker. What is mean by Docker? So Docker is a what? One virtualization technology. So people easily to shipping and sharing the what? Applications. How it is possible to sharing and shipping the what application? So everything backend running with what? One text file format. So in case people don't want, simply remove the text file. People are moving the what file, then just use the pen drive, copy paste the what from my laptop to your laptop. Got my point? So next, hardware independence. Again, people are thinking, sir, you have created application in your laptop SP, but my laptop is Lenovo. Is it working? Means, of course, it's working because hardware independent. Even that file will be running on any kind of hardware. Are you noted? So we have multiple benefits with our VMs. So that's why nowadays every company almost migrated toward virtualization techniques. That is called what cloud platforms. Right. So today I will share the what PDFs yesterday, I mean last class PDF and today's class PDF. So what are the key properties of virtual machine? Partitioning, isolation, encapsulation, hardware independence. Remember everyone, important, these points. I mean, if you face any question, why are you looking for virtual servers instead of physical means, you need to explain these 4 points. So virtual servers are easily to divide the what? Spaces. I mean, it is called what resources can divide it to what? Multiple servers. And isolation means application easily to moving from one location to another location by using encapsulation. So isolation means even all servers are running on the same hardware. It's not affected to any failure VMs to running VMs. Next, the last point in today, what is meant by virtualization and cloud computing? Remember, so many people, they are thinking about virtualization and cloud computing both are same. Actually, both are completely different. So virtualization is the what? Just a process of making virtual servers, virtual databases, virtual networks, virtual storage, like everything it will make it the what? Virtual format, right? But cloud computing is the what? People are offering services over the internet. Actually, cloud computing is the service. Cloud computing is the what? Service. So people are offering multiple services over the internet. What kind of services? Servers, storages, networking, everything they are delivering over the internet. But who is creating these kind of services? Virtualization. I mean, the first step is the what? Virtualization. Once virtualization is created, virtual resources, those resources people are delivering to customers by using cloud computing. I think you got it right. Okay. So cloud computing is nothing but on-demand delivery services with pay-as-you-go. I mean, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Oracle, multiple companies are offering the what services over the internet. But virtualization meaning is the what? First, they are created the what services by using virtualization. Those services with help of cloud computing delivered to customers. Got my point? So virtualization is different, cloud computing is different. Right on. So today onwards, everyone will get the what? Recorded sessions. Okay, every live class recorded video, you will get it. First point. And second point, PDFs. I mean materials, you will get it over the WhatsApp only. I mean on WhatsApp, you will get it the what? Your materials. Even interview questions and everything we will discuss in the what? WhatsApp group only. But only email side, you will get the what? Live recorded sessions. Got my point? So online people, please forward your name, your email ID, and your number. So I will add the what in the WhatsApp group. I will add the what in the recorded sessions. So today onwards, you will get the what each and everything. So you will get it PDFs on the WhatsApp. You will get it to an email recorded videos. 9848 363431. This is the number. I mean, here is my number. 9848 363431. Here. Please forward your details. So any queries, online people? Do you have any queries? So today we will close the what very short lecture because virtualization is a small concept, just idea about virtualization only. So tomorrow we will start the what our real classes. What is mean by Amazon EC2 server? I mean the first services we will discuss EC2. So by using EC2 service, how to create virtual server like Windows servers, Linux servers, application deployments, and everything we will discuss tomorrow onward. I mean, our real classes will start